anchors are up. We've just done our last food provision in Georgetown. We're headed north. We're getting out of town finally. Sarah's gone, unfortunately. We're gonna miss her, but maybe she'll come back and visit us again soon. And
it's time to move. Yeah, where we are moving though, guys, just obviously we're gonna get a few comments here that hurricane season isn't finished yet. I'm also trying to steer the boat. But where we're going, we've got our eyes on a few hurricane holes if something late turns up in the season. So don't worry about us there.
Foxy says, welcome to this week's episode. This week we take you out of Georgetown. We go up the Exuma chain of islands to do some spear fishing. We're gonna cook what we catch. Hi, we are Erica and Davy, an adventurous, slightly crazy couple who has taken on the challenge that is a hurricane-damaged catamaran. We have come so far and are beyond happy to be floating once more. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. Take a chance. You never know how perfect something may turn out to be. Goodbye, Georgetown, finally.
We'll see you next time though. We're definitely coming back. But we are on the move, guys, so there's a little bit of a break between some weather systems and it's time to start moving slowly north.
It's been a good time, but it's time to move on. We've had a few people asking about the short stumping mast that we've put up on the boat. We got that mainly for when Sarah was here so that we could put up a sunshade over the trampoline to just give us a little bit more living space on the boat while we had a third person on board. We were able to cut that small piece of mast off of one of the masts at Chat and Chill Beach. Davy is thinking about making it into a communications tower for the time being. So putting the Starlink on it, putting on our VHF antenna on it, and maybe even our anchor light instead of it being on the hardtop. So these are a few of the upcoming projects that we'll be working on, but we have to find some spreaders to mount things onto first. So right now it is slack high tide as we're coming through the cut, which has made it quite peaceful.
Yeah, no current to mess with. Tiny bit of swell, but not much. Quite pleasant. So I'm just trying to work this autopilot and it's a bit. Can't just hit the button and think it's gonna work. You have to check.
So we have left Georgetown and we've made our way up to a place called White Cay, Black Cay.
Yeah, it's not very far. It's only about 16 miles northwest of Georgetown.
But this is actually the place where me and Sarah came to go see the pigs and the iguanas. We were hoping to bring Sarah here on our boat, but the weather wasn't permitting. But we've come here now, and now I'm gonna take Davy to go play with some stingrays.
We're gonna play with the stingrays and some piggies, and there's a blue hole around here as well, which might be good for a bit of spearfishing this afternoon.
So we're gonna do a bit more exploring, and we're really excited to make our way up the chain. Uh-oh.
Piggy attack.
Uh-oh. They're huge. I like the baby ones better.
Hello, dude. Oh, seriously? You're in my dinghy?
Hello, guy. What's his name?
This is a Porky.
Porky?
This is Porky. He's going to grow into a really big piece of bacon.
Look at his little tail.
Look at that little squeaker. Wait, we boy or girl? We're boy.
Hi.
That's what our kids sounded like when they were nursing. Grunt, grunt, grunt.
So the title of this video is Catch and Cook. But don't worry guys, we're not going to catch a pig and cook it on the beach. We're going to leave them to live their happy little lives swimming around beaches.
Good morning, good morning. So, today I have decided I'm going to make myself a homemade spear, for like a pole spear for fishing. I have a Hawaiian sling. I also have a short pole spear, like a 3-foot pole spear. It's only about this long. And they're not really cutting it. I went out with a friend of mine, Sam, and
you have little arms as it is.
Apparently because I've got little arms, I need a longer spear. But anyway, so so my decision is, Sam, when I went out with him, he's got a couple of poles that are slightly longer. One's 5 foot, one's about 4 foot. And I know you can buy them. I've been looking online, and to be honest, if there was a store down the road, I would actually pop out and get myself one. But here in the Bahamas, unfortunately, there's not much in the way of choice to buy anything. So I've decided I'm going to try and make my own. I do have an old pole from a Hawaiian sling. It has a bit of a damage on it. This one actually was donated to me from Sam, who actually had it donated to him from a friend, mutual friend that we have, Harry. And it was found on a reef covered in coral. So I've just cleaned it all off and it's come up quite good apart from the damage there. So I don't know how much good it would do in a Hawaiian, but for my little project this could be good. Also went beach scavenging yesterday and found this little piece of about 1/2 inch PVC piping, and my plan is, if we can reach and put that in there. Oh, this isn't very good, is it? It's a full stretch. Alright, I'm thinking if I pop it in to about here, that's got to give me, I don't know what the measurement is, but that's a lot bigger than I am, which isn't saying a hell of a lot. Maybe I should get the tape measure out. That's probably, I'm guessing that's giving me about 8 foot. Now, it's a bit floppy in there, which obviously I need to make that fit better. My original plan was I was going to pop this inside and then I was going to seal up the end and I was going to pour some resin inside, a bit of polyester resin that we've got left over on the boat, which will then make it a solid tube. But I've decided for test purposes, in case it doesn't work and I want to reuse the parts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap tape around the spear here to make it fit the tube. Do that about every 6 inches. Push it inside the tube. That will give the PVC some rigidity. And then what I've done, I've borrowed a heat gun as well. Not a heat gun, sorry, a glue gun. So that I can seal up the end, get some glue deep in here. And also the other end so I can plug it up, drill it, so that I can attach a rubber to it. So in theory, this should work. It's a little bit thicker than these fancy ones you can buy online that are made of carbon fibre and stuff. But I'm thinking anyway, with that sort of size, it's quite a good hand size. So I'm quite confident this might work. So stick with me. Let's build this spear, and then let's go and test this spear and see if we can't catch some dinner. Okay, so I forgot to put the camera on. But anyway, all I did, I've got the hot glue gun. I've gone down, I squeezed the hot glue as deep down here as I can. And now I'm just tapering off the edge. Made a bit of a mess, but I'm not too worried because I'm going to be using some sandpaper to clean this off into a nice taper. So I'm just going to get a bit more glue in here where I mucked it up. Okay, so for the rubber part, for the sling, what I've decided, this rubber I've got here is actually quite thin and it's not quite going to cut it. So I found, by practicing, by pulling on it, doubling it up is going to work good. So it's got the double handle, should get double power. So I've just taped it together a bit here. Now I'm just going to try... Trouble. Now everyone jumps in the background with a load of noise. If you want to be in the video, get in the damn video, otherwise shut up. God, that's not easy doing this YouTube stuff, you know. Family in the background.
What?
It's Foxy only barked because you started her on. Alright, bugger off. This is my video. Wait. Alright, now piss off, Barry.
Adios!
Okay, so we've got the double here taped together temporarily while I bind it together with some, basically just some string. Alright, so that should do it. I've wrapped that. It's pretty good, pretty strong. Got a string that can go on. That's not the prettiest of jobs in the world. I don't want to spend too much time on this in case the whole project doesn't work and I have to go back to the drawing board. But for test purposes, this should be a good start. So let's attach this to the pole and we can test it.
Sometimes the bigger fish are nowhere to be found, so we did have to try a few different snorkel spots. So it turned out that the stingrays were hiding in the blue hole. There's some bigger fish around as well. So hopefully Davy's new homemade spear will work in catching one of these fish.
Started googling it and I'm pretty sure it was a trevally, but I stopped googling it because I thought I'll just wait because you got a book. We're meeting at the beach.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold up your fish?
Yeah, you get a picture of the fish.
It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, like getting real close to the
Da 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 da.
How'd you catch him?
With my homemade spear.
camera.
So that's what you do, guys. Homemade spear, you go fishing.
They're huge. Catch and cook.
Catch, cook.
So we've had a great time down here with the pigs and some spear
Some
fishing.
spear fishing. Oh, trevally for dinner tonight.
It's been really, really good. But now we're preparing to move the boat further up the Exuma, so only
there's-
5 miles.
There's going to be lots of this. What we're planning on doing is moving a little bit every day so we get to experience as many of the anchorages, because there's loads of beautiful anchorages, but we've just got a few weeks to do it. So a little bit each day, so we travel a little bit and get the best of everything, really. That's the plan. So you want to come with us?
The watercolor is insane. It's like 25 feet deep and you can basically see the bottom. From hunter-gatherer to master chef.
Catch and cook. This is the way you roll. This is the way we eat.
Oh, it looks really good. So we're just preparing this. We're gonna take it over to the beach and we're gonna make a fire and we're gonna make like a pit and then we're gonna put the food in on top of the coals, cover it with sand, leave it for like 45 minutes and we're gonna have a feast on the beach. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, this anchorage is rolly. Thanks, Sam. You know who you are.
So we came to a place called White Cay, and yes, it is rolly. It wasn't supposed to be this bad, but surprise, surprise. We've been spoiled being in Georgetown, having nice anchorages, so now we just have to deal with it. We are planning on moving another 5 miles up to Lee Stocking tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get more protection. The wind is set to knock off to like nothing though, so hopefully we'll be okay. We'll keep you posted. One of the perks of living on a boat is you have the freedom to move around a lot, and you get the views from all these beautiful beaches.